So yesterday was the 4th of July. We had a yummy breakfast before we headed out to the beach, and we decided to do things just a little bit different this year.
Yep.
Usually we go all the way to Grandma and Grandpa's house for the 4th of July. But this year, Dad had to work early in the morning, so we wanted to stay a little bit closer to home. So we picked a beach that was a little bit closer to where we live, and we decided to spend the day at the beach. When we first got to the beach, it was about 2 o'clock. The beach was already pretty full, but it wasn't completely filled up. But we found a good spot, and we settled in, and then we just kind of spent the day at the beach waiting for it to get dark. I dug a hole in the sand for the fire pit. We put up a wall in front of our fire so that the wind wouldn't blow our fire out because it was pretty windy. And then we dug some holes in the sand to make some chairs, and we laid out and enjoyed some sunshine before before the wind blew in. Got a little chilly as it started to get dark, which we expected, so we put on all of the extra clothes that we had brought, and then we were all toasty warm and ready for the fireworks.
Come on, Dad!
The fireworks started pretty early. It wasn't even completely dark yet when people started firing off their fireworks. And way down the beach from where we were, they were firing off a lot of fireworks. And it was cool because at the beach that we were at, you could see way down the beach at all the fireworks that were going along the way. And it looked like there was an amazing fireworks show taking place the whole time. But it was like way down the beach. I think what it was though really is that somebody was doing fireworks right here, and somebody else was doing fireworks right here, and somebody else was doing fireworks right here. So when you look down the beach, it just looks like it's an amazing show all the way down there. Like, oh man, look at that amazing show down there that we're missing. It's pretty impressive down there. But then it got all the way dark, and the fireworks all around us looked like a spectacular show everywhere. The fireworks were everywhere. It was as if everybody on the beach was trying to be the better fireworks display. So they were literally everywhere. Because the beach we were at, there's not a designated show. Everyone on the beach brings their own fireworks, and they just all shoot them off all night long. So it's like for 4.5 hours straight, it's just fireworks everywhere. So they're allowed to shoot off fireworks until midnight, but it was really strange because the exact minute that it struck midnight, like all of the fireworks turned off. And it was silent for a good 5 minutes. We were like, whoa. We were looking around like, this is weird. Like all of the fireworks just quit right at midnight. This is kind of eerie. And then a couple of groups started shooting off a couple of more here and there. But it was really cool how it was just like, whoop, okay, we're done. It was really neat. But then it got really dark out there. Because when there were no fireworks going off, you wouldn't believe this, but the beach gets dark. So then we put out our fire, and it was really, really dark out there. So we had our stuff gathered up, and we were ready to head home. So who had fun on the 4th of July?
Me.
I had so much fun on the 4th of July. It was fun even though we didn't get to spend the 4th of July with Grandma and all the cousins and everybody together. That was the sad part. We did miss hanging out with everybody, but it was so fun to see this different style of 4th of July. I think we might have to convince everybody else to go this way next year because this was so much more exciting than the other 4th of Julys that we've had with Grandma and Grandpa. So we'll have to invite Grandma and Grandpa over to our side of the beach and see if they'll come over here for this show because this was really, we've had some pretty spectacular 4th of Julys. This one, I think, is one of my favorites that we've ever had. Like in my whole life, this one is really top, like really close to the top of my favorites. What did you have fun doing, Mia?
I liked having marshmallows.
The marshmallows. Jackson, favorite part, ready, go.
When you made me a hole and you gave me hot dogs.
Hot dogs and made you a chair in the sand. Jordan, favorite part, go.
I liked the UFO firework.
Oh, that's right. There was a UFO. It was like, but it started out green and it was like a circle. It goes up in the air with a bunch of sparks coming out the bottom. And it goes way up in the air and then a whole bunch of gold sparks came out of it and then it turned into a big firework. It was the coolest one ever. We decided it was the UFO.
And it made it annoying, like, but like not a normal like whistling firework. Like it sounded like a missile. It was like, and then it got to like its maximum altitude, and then started like showering sparks.
It was awesome. And one of my friends from work came with us to the beach, and she was freaked out by that one. She did not like the sound of it. She didn't like the fact that it was flying sideways. She thought maybe it was going to crash into her or maybe take her to another planet. I don't know. But she hopped up out of her chair and ran around behind me and was hiding. It was funny.
It was so fun.
It was hilarious. So Janelle, thanks for the laugh.
All three of us was hiding because every firework there was like a little bit of cardboard.
Oh yeah, all the
falling.
shrapnel and stuff.
Yeah, and because there was fireworks literally everywhere and the wind was blowing pretty hard, we were constantly sort of like rained shrapnel on us the whole time. I was like, well,
fun, though. We were like,
you know, that's one way to celebrate Independence Day is to be pelted with shrapnel from cannons that were fired.
Rockets.
So here's the question though, you guys. Why do we celebrate our nation's birthday simulating war every year?
So
I mean, people do Civil War reenactments. It's just.
Is that what we're doing? Are we reenacting the Revolutionary War?
I would imagine that's probably what the original idea was. Should be like, hey, this is what they had to go through.
I mean,
but
it's
let's
in
make
our
it
Star
fun.
Spangled Banner, the bombs bursting in air.
And the rockets.
Yep. I mean, maybe that's what we're doing. I'm not really sure why,
excuse to
I think.
but I think there's probably nothing more American than baseball, hot dogs, and blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the other guys are like, woo!
America.
America.
Guys, that was a fun 4th of July. I had a great time. But now I think it's time to put my Smarty Pantses to bed. So,
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
If one of the channels,
Share it with your friends. And have a good night, YouTube. See you till my show. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now.
Please go touch it. Poof. Happy 4th of July again. Hope it's fun.